My name is Kealohapauʻole Ahuna. Kealohapauʻole is spelled Kealoha, P-A-U, Okina, O-L-E. Kumu is fine. Yeah, kumu.
Okay.
To be able to have participated in A Hua He Inoa was, to me, a tremendous honor. It was something that was unexpected, as it was a byproduct of my participation in a professional development course titled Leola. And in that course we looked at Hawaiian creation, strengthening our understanding of a Hawaiian worldview. And I think that was the perfect prepare, or something that was able to prepare us well to be able to go into A Hua He Inoa and look at these interstellar objects, the quasar and the dwarf planet as well, and to be able to approach naming objects such as these in a manner that is consistent with both Hawaiian thinking and is appropriate for the object itself. As a kumu, being able to participate in A Hua He Inoa, it allowed me to understand that, a lot goes into the naming process and into anything that we do as educators. We need to do our due diligence and our research as we're going into any type of work, especially naming in Hawaiian culture, because it holds such a significance. But the amount of research that was required to have been done beforehand, I think that was something that I'm able to take as an educator and take that knowledge and implement it into my own classroom as well for my students to take home. I definitely hope to collaborate on projects similar to A Hua He Inoa, or if another opportunity comes up to participate in A Hua He Inoa again, I definitely jump at the opportunity. Just because of not just for the opportunity of being able to name stellar objects such as those that were named, but to be able to collaborate with my colleagues across the state from various levels that teach, for example, from K through post-high. Being able to work with them, I think, was the most valuable experience for me during this A Hua He Inoa process. I think the first step to integrating culture and science is to look at what is being done currently in the Hawaiian medium education system right now. I think they provide a great model for what is being done, just because they don't limit disciplines as separate. They integrate all types of disciplines into their lessons that they're doing. For example, at Navahio Kalaniʻopuʻu, they're utilizing hoiva'a, or ho'okeleva'a, navigating on a canoe, to teach mathematics, to teach oceanography and marine science. And so I think that's a great step to look at, or a great role model for the traditional educational system to look at.
Larry Kimura, Larry Kimura, Associate Professor of Hawaiian Language at the College of Kahakaʻula o Keʻelikolani, College of Hawaiian Language, University of Hawaii at Hilo. Language is everywhere, so in our efforts to revitalize our language, from when we started in this work of Hawaiian language revitalization with our first immersion, I call it Hawaiian medium preschools, the Punana Leo, that was back in 1983. We are coming in the process of revitalizing something that's on the brink of extinction. And we know that language, as I said, is everywhere. And we need to bring our language, the Hawaiian language, to everything and everywhere. The lani, or the sky above us, and the earth below us, is everywhere. So it's a natural, I think, and it's a reconnection to what we were doing with our naming of our celestial bodies from before. And of course, we have a lot of documentations in what we call koʻihonua, or our creation chants of the Hawaiian universe, that we're so fortunate to have today, to use as supportive material and learning through the language. It's all in our language. And therefore, we have a rich resource in our cultural, Hawaiian cultural identity. It's not so much just that, all of a sudden. I think, however, the way it came about was more recently, but of course the consciousness of our language being everywhere, as I mentioned, up in the cosmos, down here on Earth, is natural. And we just need to get our language back into normalized use. And we did this before, as I said, and it can be substantiated very strongly by the fortunate documentations that we still have with us today. And we can use that to support all of our work for today, yes. I think our involvement with revitalizing our Hawaiian language is a common story throughout the world, especially for indigenous peoples, because our languages have become endangered and become a world crisis. And therefore, we are all trying to do the best we can. And one of the might be a simple or maybe a small way. However, I think it can lead to bigger things, is to name objects such as what we were doing before in the heavens, and get back to that. And that will bring us back to being involved with who we are, what we are, using our language and our cultural perspective on our world. Yes, I think our language can help us identify that we are still here and make our place known to the world that way, and that we can still be a part of what's going on in current times. And that's the whole idea of restoring the life to a language and a culture. So thank goodness for these kinds of opportunities that we can be a part of. And, astronomy discoveries are great things for the astronomical world, but somehow it also hits the general layperson, on the street as well. So it's far-reaching. So as I said, thank goodness we're appreciative to be a part of that. Yeah, I guess it's a great partnering, and hopefully we can help our other indigenous peoples to get back to all of this energy, I call it, because it helps to revitalize. It gives renewed life and hope for, as I said, the crisis that most of our indigenous peoples are going through. And this is just one maybe small way, but it could be a big way to help. Well, the name Pōniuāʻena is fitting mainly because I think it was composed by Hawaiian language immersion or Hawaiian medium teachers. And when I use those words, you know that we are in this process of reconnecting, using our language again in current times. So these are teachers who are teaching young students from kindergarten or preschool all the way up to 12th grade and beyond, even into our college. So I know they have experienced something that maybe they never thought they would be engaged in. They're too busy doing so many other things that teachers have to do. But to be able to have this experience that they can share with their students or among themselves. And so this name came out actually as a team effort of our 22 participants this past summer at our Leola Hawaiian Language Teacher Workshop. And I think they thoroughly delved into it, enjoyed it, and was pleasantly surprised that actually their group effort. It wasn't by one or two people. It was a group effort that produced this name, Po, meaning dark, endless, ceaseless power, and Niu is dizzy, swirling, Ena, that creates this brilliance in the sky that is there, that we have to go and look through a telescope to see, maybe, I don't know, like we just discovered with Povehi. So that's how this name came about. There was lots of thought. And of course, you can't put everything in. I know I didn't count 12 or 15 letters, but it's, I think, a beautiful name that they created. Thank you.